Hey everybody, welcome back. We're doing another Undecember video. In this one, we're going to be talking about what I think is the most needed change thing in the game to make it better. I think it's a really simple thing that the developers could easily do. And I've seen this in other games, and I think it would make it a lot more fun for people, and it's a great quality of life improvement as well. So let's get into it. So in games like this, in my opinion, one of the more fun things to do is probably like builds. You've got different builds, you've got different weapons you might have that you could make these different builds on. You could have daggers, clubs, bows, all the different things. And from those, you can also have different skills that you want to go into. And I'm not going to go into this in this game yet, but you've got your different, skill runes, link runes, all these sort of things that you can use based on what weapon you've got, right? So all of these things that you're doing. Now, the part I want to focus on, and I'd like it to evolve from here, but I want to start small, okay? Because I think this one is the most important aspect of what I'm talking about. Related to these builds is your zodiac. You've got your general stats, and you've also got your traits, which are all these little constellations that you fill in. Now, this is easy. Like, you can just change it and move it and whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But what is a serious, and I'm not even that as far into it as a lot of other players, but what is a serious pain is if you decide to change your build, like, and this one at the bottom here, you can see these 3 items, so you can scroll to the right here. You might, maybe on one build, you want damage upon spell. On another one, because you want damage on attack. Those are 2 very different things. So you, depending on what weapon you've got, you might want to choose one path or the other. And then as you click on each one of these, it's that same concept applies. Each one of these little diamonds here at the bottom, they've got very different things within them. Okay, that's what you need to know for right now. If you probably already know it, but each one of these that I click on, they're all like that. They all have very different stuff. Element damage. The first one that I had on here was attack speed, damage upon attack. Again, there's physical and attack damage and spell and cast speed and element damage and projectile damage. There's all these different types of damages, which lead you to making different builds. So to do this, you make your build. You can reset it down here in the bottom left, which you can't see. I will move myself so you can see it, just in case you're not aware. See this button that's now just beneath me here? This reset button. I could click that and reset either my stats, which were the main 3, the dexterity, intelligence, and strength, or I could reset the zodiac traits, which is the things I was just clicking on. All these little constellations out here where I maybe want to do something. You know what I mean? And again, each one of these is very different. Minion, like this is one thing. Minion sentry damage. Maybe I want a minion build, a sentry build. I think you get the idea here that you could have many, many different builds. But what you need to do is you have to right now click reset and redo the whole thing. And go through here and click. I want to do this one, okay, wait, this one, it's not this. I don't have that. Okay, yeah, on this one, I do this, or maybe I'm building this one up and I need to add some of that. This one, nope, I don't need it because it's a spell. This one, maybe eventually. Anyway, you get the idea. You're going through here and you're finding all of the different things that you might want to actually build up as you're making your character stronger, or whatever you might want to do, or you're testing a new build. So the improvement that I want here, you're probably already getting to it right now to start, is save builds for at least the zodiac, so that I can have here and I come in here and I do everything I just got in here. Whatever I've done here, I've got 4 or 5 or whatever, at least 3. Over here, it's a saved build for bow, pierce arrow, whatever. All right, maybe I can name it. Build 1, build 2, build 3. So that way, if I want to reset, I can just click the pre-saved build that I have, and it would change these to whatever one that is. Now, I don't think you should be able to do that on the fly. I think you need to be in town to be able to do that, which is fine. But it's nice so that you don't have to go clicking through all of this and it's saved. I think there's a couple other spots that maybe they could do that in. I haven't unlocked my relics yet, but I'll get there soon. But anything sort of, even in the runes, like maybe you could have some saved ones of this as well, you know, and when I click on this, it's like, oh, I got excited. Oh, maybe that's what it is. But this just shows, you know, it shows different things on your runes, and the damage one's my favorite. So I'm like, oh, that doesn't give me what I want. And even the same thing here with this, you could link these all together. So build 1 is tied to, you know, this set of skills 1, this set of runes 1 that you have. Now, they'd have to figure out a way, well, if you're going to switch those, you've got to have them in your bag, which in game, if you were doing it in town, it'd be easy to do. You just go to your storage, you drop everything you need in your bags, and then you click on the build that you want. It sucks it into it automatically and pulls the other ones out and puts it into storage. I absolutely think this is a must. I mean, I think that maybe they could do it where the same thing with your builds here, that, you know, gear set build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is linked to Zodiac build, to the rune build, all those different things I went through. Each one is tied to one. I hate using this game as an example, but they actually did presets very well in this game. Was Marvel Future Revolution. It took a long time to get there, but they had 3 presets, and then within each of the different, like, vertical ways to build your character, they had a preset. So it's like, if it was mechanism 1, you had ABC. If it was mechanism 2, you had ABC. And mechanism 3 was ABC. Now within that one, they let you like pick and choose which one you wanted for each a main preset. I don't necessarily. I could just have 1 across the board, 2 across the board, 3 across the board. I think that's simple and fine. But worst case scenario, I don't want it to be, you know, too big. I think if the developers for this game were able to simply do it for at least the Zodiac, I think that would be huge. I think it would be a great quality of life change. I think it would also, I personally think, help the game be even bigger for people to play, because it's easier for them to change and test builds. And if they can do that more simply, and have them saved and run around and test things, or test the test dummy, I don't know. I think people would like that. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I don't want to belabor this anymore. That's the point. That's what I got. I think this is definitely something that they could use in the game. I'm currently still having fun. I'm about done with Act 10 and then getting to the end game, which I'm interested to see for myself how I feel about it. I've heard from some others, but I still think if they had something like this to do the builds, I think it would help with that end game type thing. So fingers crossed. If you know a developer out there, hit them up, tweet them, retweet this video at them, tell them to watch it so that they can check it out. Let me know what your thoughts are, like I said, in the comments below, or come to the Discord, which is in the description below. When you come over, just make sure to select a role. Right now, Undecember is considered under all games. So click the all games role. If we keep covering it and it ends up being a good, fun end game, we'll give it its own dedicated role as well. So let me know what your thoughts are. Appreciate you. Hammer down like buttons, click notification bell, subscribe. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.